It should not have ended this way. The love of my life is dead. Do you really have to take such a late flight? You can't just leave tomorrow?
Of course not. If the partners say to take a late flight, I willingly obey, regardless of what my darling husband requests.
You know, I distinctly remember you promising to love, honor, and obey me at our wedding, sweetheart.
Are you jealous, detective?
Not at all, counselor.
Good. Now walk me out to my cab before I miss my flight.
Give 'em hell.
I always do. Catch some bad guys for me, okay?
Will do. I love you.
I love you too.
Have a safe flight.
You know, that's not really up to me, now is it? Seeing as I'm not the pilot and all.
Very funny. You know what I meant. Got a call about a vampire sighting in Soho. I managed to track it to an alley not too far from where the call was placed. Should be an interesting night. Freeze! Bullets don't kill vampires, but hopefully it'll slow this one down long enough so I have somewhat of a fighting chance. Here's the hoping. Alright, so that didn't slow him down one bit. Great. Come on, John. Get out of this. Use your head. Wait a minute. Definitely not one of my brighter ideas, but it did a lot more than that bullet. I'd better finish this quick. Luckily, I always come prepared. That's definitely gonna need ice.
Detective Jonathan V. Your pain is just beginning.
My God. Midtown South called me personally and said I had to come down to a scene of a homicide. Aside from the message of, "Look familiar, Detective Vaughn," the victim bore a striking resemblance to my wife. The victim was drained of blood, most of which was used to write this message. I gotta call Jules. Come on, pick up the phone. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Come on, please pick up, Jules.
Hello, you've reached Julie Vaughn. I'm unable to
Damn
answer my
it.
phone right now.
Maybe she's in a meeting. Hopefully. The message fits the MO of Edward Michael Dallas to a T, which is strange considering he's locked away in Rikers and last I checked, he hadn't escaped. Looks like I'll be paying him a visit. Great. The trial was the last time I saw Dallas. Ironically, that trial was where I met Julie. She was the prosecuting attorney. Dallas was the catch that made my career. He is also the scariest human being that I have ever met. To help the scary quotient some more, Dallas is also a psychic.
Jonathan Vaughn?
I take it he's expecting me?
He's been talking about it for weeks.
Great.
Good evening, Jonathan. Don't worry, I already know you're not going to say hello.
I really hate it when he does that.
As you well know, I have already seen this in the events leading to and after this. I can tell you with absolute certainty that I am not behind these killings. Although I do wish I was. The blood, the screams, the knife was my paintbrush, and the body my canvas.
Wait, killings? There's been more than one?
Another female identical to your wife has been discovered.
You know who's behind this, don't you?
Now, that would be telling. Jonathan, there's no need for physical violence.
I am not here to play games, Edward. Tell me what I want to know!
Can't do that.
Tell me now!
not going to hurt me, Jonathan. I've seen this already, remember?
Damn it. Just tell me something. Anything.
Cannot tell you much. If I tell you what is to come, you will attempt to change that which cannot be changed. I can tell you that everything will be made clear to you by the end of this night. Before you ask, yes, Julie makes a home to you in one piece. You will apprehend the murderer of those young women, and you will do the right thing.
That's all I need to know.
Ashes to ashes, Jonathan.
When you've been on the job for as long as I have, you often wonder which case will be the one that'll take you to hell and back. This seems like the one for me. I've had to see two women that looked extremely similar to Julie, dead and drained of blood with messages written to me in their blood. My only lead tells me that it's all going to work out. And if he wasn't already crazy, I might have told him he was after he told me that. I've been targeted by someone and I don't know why. Could this possibly get any worse?
Wow, Dallas, 2 visitors in one day.
Go right in, miss.
Good evening.
Do you know why I'm here, Edward?
Now, you already know the answer to that, don't you, Mrs. Vaughn?
Yes. At least we can skip to the good part. This should have been done years ago.
Finally. Release.
Guard! Something's happened to Edward!
Miss, what happened?
Me.
No matter what I do, I can't
Wow,
figure any of
Dallas,
this
2
out.
visitors in one day.
Who would do this? And why?
For the real thing.
John? Miss me?
Jules! What's wrong?
I'd hate to be cliche, but you might want to sit back down.
You do know that I'm not going to sit back down now that you've said that, right?
Think you should sit now?
How did this happen?
The cab driver. He made me into this.
Business trip, eh? Sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, loads. We were on our way to the airport, making small talk just to pass the time. He pulled over, claiming he was having an issue with the car. The only thought running through my head at this point was that I didn't want to miss my flight and upset the partners. I got out to see what was wrong, when suddenly he changed and he bit me. He waited there for me to come back. I died, John. When I came to, I felt like a completely different person. I could hear and smell things that I couldn't normally. I felt my soul slipping away from me. He made me into a vampire.
Good, you're awake. Now we will live together in immortality.
Because he wanted me to be his girlfriend. I was so angry at what he did to me, and I killed him for it. Wood, right through the heart, just like you taught me. I went to my office because I couldn't come home, not like this. I was angry. I took my anger out on my office and tore it apart. After completely destroying the place, I came across Edward Dallas's picture. Seeing his picture again made me remember what he put you through. The sleepless nights, the nightmares, everything. It was then that I lost control. I started with those women. It wasn't because of the thirst. It was an overwhelming sense of jealousy. I killed them because they had their health and their future, and all I have is this. I thought that if you saw Dallas's method, leaving messages in blood, it would make you angry. Angry enough to kill. I wanted you to kill him so badly, John. When I discovered that you didn't, I was strangely disappointed. He didn't deserve life in jail for what he has done. He's a monster. So I killed him.
Miss?
And the guard.
What happened?
John, I couldn't control myself.
My God. Did you come here to kill me too?
Of course not. Do you think that if I did, we'd stand around and chat about it first? Quite the opposite, actually.
No. I can't. I won't.
You have to, John. I cannot live this way any longer.
No.
Please. It's only a matter of time before I lose even more of what little of myself I have left.
I can't do it, Jules.
I don't want to be this thing anymore, John. I can't do it.
You are asking me to kill you.
I already am dead. This thing has taken my body and used it to do horrible things. This is what you do, John. Please. Stop me before I hurt anyone else. Before I hurt you.
I know it's the right thing to do. I just don't know if I can.
I'll help you. Come here. Please.
I'm so sorry, hon.
You have nothing to be sorry for, my love.
But I couldn't save you.
You are. Goodbye. I love you so much.
Goodbye, sweetheart. I love you. It should not have ended this way. The love of my life is dead. Until death do us part.
Oh, my thoughts exactly, Jonathan. My thoughts exactly.